just thinking through language.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is when he murders the king, and there are some indirect prophetic elements that we want them to be tuned into.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the thunder and the storm, and
Yeah.
for understanding it's a tragedy, for understanding he's a tragic hero, and to get some of the motif of light and dark, which is related to the prophecy. Yep, I got it. And just like Romeo and Juliet, I anticipate we may summarize some scenes.
Well, that's what I wanted to show you is, so there's scene summaries, which I was anticipating the EAL students, I could either give them all the scene summaries and say, okay, tomorrow we're going to be reading, or next class we'll be reading scenes 1 and 2, please read, but at least if they understand the action.
And then there's some scenes they really don't need much more than that.
Exactly.
Once they understand the action.
Are these activities, which I anticipate would be post-reading. This is where the students could independently check their understanding of scene 1, like making a compound sentence that actually links the key points, the key issues in scene 1, and makes them think about what exactly happened and what were the reasons.
So I like that. I think what I'll add for you here is which scenes are really significant to
and then we can give them those.
And just do those.
Okay.
Yeah. That is important to understand how it unfolds as a tragedy. Yeah.
Because ultimately, at the end of the play, there's going to be a lot of cause and effect type thing, isn't there? So we're leading into cause and effect, so they need to know reasons, results, and language to articulate, what happens.
Right, as well as responsibility. Who is responsible for which action? Because that determines.
Yeah.
He's a tragic hero. He caused his own downfall.
Yeah. Like what we're talking about at the moment is just basic comprehension, aren't we? We're talking about understanding who the characters are, what is actually happening, which is all integral before they can even attempt to do these summative tasks.
Right. Building in formative comprehension checks. We used Socrates last year. We used journals. We did those quick reviews.
Like, for example, in scene 3, what's the flow chart? Can they put that in the right order? Do you think this will work for the mainstream students as well, or is the language?
So let me take a look at it.
We could actually give that, differentiate, give that to the non. Yeah. And they have to think about what were the key moments in the flow chart, and the EAL kids get this.
As part of our packet, we'll go over tragedy and tragic hero, and then once we get to acts 4 and 5, we'll do a review and work our way through to see the development of the theme. We'll go back and say, okay, so where is he a tragic hero?
Okay.
And then we'll also be...
Is this where they'll do their first peel as a formative, or are you anticipating that they would already have done some simple peel paragraphs?
I would like to do peel as soon as we get to the prophecy. And perhaps here's where we introduce the peel structure.
Yeah.
And maybe even read the peel together.
Can I show you what I've done for it?
Please.
So it was a teal before, topic, sentence, evidence, explanation, link. So I just modified it.
Yeah.
So we need to somehow make that a T. So what is the point of this paragraph? This is a topic sentence. It should relate directly to part of your claim. So you can see that I've just asked whether we have that, is that needed?
So this is on my to-do list. So I like your idea, and I'm wondering if this isn't a 9-10 conversation.